Hello and welcome to What the Hey. Thank you very much for joining me to check out a video that someone suggested I react to, and that person was Stavarn2020, so hello to you and thank you very much for the request. Which the request, in general, is a video titled Dinosaur Vocalization Study 2022 Cretaceous Era, which was uploaded on January 22nd of 2022. The video duration is 8 minutes and 33 seconds, and the video description provides timestamps for what dinosaur noises are occurring when. Additionally, they detail the process used to create the sounds. And the people that actually uploaded this video would be Studio, who I'll have tagged in the description, and then I'll also have the video linked in the description. So if you want to check out either of those sources or watch the video by itself, you can. Also in the description, if there's anything in this video, which I doubt it, that would potentially like scare or like disturb someone or something like that, I'll list that in the description. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't for videos, but anyways, if there's something like that, I'll list it in the description so you can find that there. And then last but not least, in the comment section, I'll pin a comment with like the timestamps of when certain things in this video is like occurring or whatever. So if you want to watch something specific, you can go down there, click that, and get to what you want to watch. But I believe that is all of the pre-watching information, so let's actually check out the video itself. Woo, dude! Woo! Someone's excited. Most dinosaurs did not have a that's sad. Oh wow, so it's like a legitimate study. I'll enjoy this, I'm sure. I wonder what every, like, other movie based their sounds off of, though. There's so much happening at once. That sounds like a seal. And sometimes like a door opening? Okay. So that sounds like a horse. So these are just horses. Dinosaurs are horses. Big velociraptor. No, Utah raptor. We got raptors in Utah? Excuse me? That sounds like a dog. And a horse, again. Sounds angry. Oh my gosh. Dude. That's a pig, obviously. Are these legit noises then? Wow, wow. These are actually bird noises, I feel like. Some of these seem actually recognizable. That sounds like a crocodile or something. That's kind of scary. Oh, that's kind of, so it's comparing the sizes. Ooh, is right. Ooh. I can't tell if that one looks like fuzzy or if it's like scale-y. The way its arms are looks really uncomfortable. Like it looks broken. Sounds like it's trying to like throw up. Ooh, feel like you could hear that in the club. That's very aggressive. Oh, it's getting smaller. Are these the sizes of them too, trying to compare it like that? Since when has it looked so fuzzy? What the heck? Why would the fur only go there? Oh my gosh. Also, yeah, I know everyone jokes about the T-Rex having short arms, but that looks even worse. They look like little claws. I'm pretty sure that's an iPhone alarm sound right there. That sounds like a horror game sound where you're just in like a hallway. What the heck? Oh! Why is it so blue? Dude. That's like how I sound when I'm congested or I'm snoring. What the heck? Why is it so blue? I did not like how sloshy that was. Some of these have like ASMR-esque sounds to them, so I don't know if these are actually copies of something. Because I looked in the description, it was saying something like they base the noises off of like the skull sizes or something, so I don't know how this works. Because some of them sound like they have rain or something with them. Like that just kind of sounds like a tiger or a really slow creaking door. Or someone having a tough time on the bathroom. Oh, what's even bigger? What? Are we just zooming out? Oh! Is that a It's not a Leopleurodon, but Ella's... I have no idea. Why is it so blue? Why are all these things blue? Or two of the things blue? I don't know what that is. I've never seen that in my life. Elasmor... Sorry, that is a witchcraft name. Or spell name. Elasmor... I can't. Imagine you're just like out there though, like being a caveman or whatever. If this is the sounds that they actually made, that would be terrifying. That would actually be horrendous. That is huge. Underwater ASMR where you're about to die. Why is the tail so big? Why would it need such a big freaky deaky tail? It looks like a tadpole tail. I know it's not. Dude. I can do that too. The like weird echoes are aliens, dude. I mean, maybe they need like echolocation stuff, so that kind of makes sense. That's terrifying. The vibrations, I guess, would make sense like if they're in the water. I can't do it. It's such a weird name. That is actually so ugly, by the way. That's terrible. The, like, slightly minor key on that is scary. Rah is right. That's terrifying. If I heard any of these, that's like instant death. Because why do they gotta sound like that? Wow. And that's also huge. Why would that almost be... I love Spinosaurus. I used to have a toy Spinosaurus. I've never seen the... I've heard this noise, by the way. This sounds very familiar. Oh, woo, 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 dude. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Are a lot of these just monkey noises? Because I don't feel like that, with how big that is, would make that noise. To you too. Spinosaurus is so cool. It's so huge. Looking at it, comparing it... I do not like the echo on that. That's such a high-pitched noise for such a big thing. Oh, gosh. That sounds like a cicada in the middle of the summer in Georgia. I don't know where they're getting this from. I feel like I would hear these in a dubstep remix, especially that right there, wow. Oh, they all vanished. And that's when they all died, I guess. This concludes my research. No problem. That's awesome. Please subscribe. Okay. So I guess they make dinosaur noises? Or they research them at least? That's cool. So yeah, if you look at the description of this video, it says sounds are produced by myself and digitally workshopped from modern non-syrinx. I'm guessing that's something like larynx, you know, voice box, whatever, based on avian reptiles. Using skull and olfactory cavity proportions, one can attempt to recreate the flow of sound, frequency, and volume of each animal. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. You know, you can kind of guesstimate that, but that's still interesting, because some of those sounded like they could have been from like monkeys or something, but it's saying apparently a lot of these are based on avian reptiles, which I guess, is that bird reptiles then? Because avian is like bird. I don't know how many avian reptiles there are, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I'm just kind of glad that I saw Spinosaurus representation, because that's like my second favorite dinosaur. My first one, it's called like the Cretaceous or something like that, where it's got a weird little horn. It's not really a horn, I don't think, but it's got like a weird thing in the back of its head, so that wasn't in there, so I don't know what that sounds like, but they're so cute. Anyways, the fact that one of the sounds for the Spinosaurus was like really high-pitched is interesting, especially comparing it to the description where it's like based on the size or whatever of the dinosaur. It would make that sound potentially. Of course, none of this is fact because none of us were there back then, so what do we freaking know? But in general, that's interesting. And it's kind of funny because in the beginning of the video, it's like a lot of dinosaur movies or whatever, all of that, apparently isn't accurate. I mean, how can any kind of film be accurate when no one was there back then? So no one freaking knows. So I don't know how they can make that claim. But anyways, I think the fact in general that they actually did the research probably makes it more valid than how some other like films, shows, whatever, have done dinosaur noises. I mean, everyone can be like, dinosaurs go rawr, but we don't know that. Like I said, I think I'd be petrified of being a person alive during the time in which dinosaurs were doing their dinosaur thing, because if I heard any of that, I don't know if this video is kind of trying to showcase the different noises they'd make in different circumstances where they're like happy, mad, or sad, you know, because all of those sounds sounded angry, and they're all terrifying, especially the ones where they would like echo or something, because it was like some of that, like the Quetzalcoatlus or whatever, like that was scary. The like slightly minor key, like it sounded really angry, it sounded really mean. I didn't like that one. And also including some underwater dinosaurs was interesting because they kind of added the effect of if you're underwater, the sounds would most likely echo. So having that in there and also having them really low or whatever because of the vibrations and everything was kind of a cool detail. I mean, I guess that just makes sense naturally. So once again, especially like the freaking one with the long giant tail, if you hear that, and then if you hear that one, you probably already know you're dead if that thing eats meat. But then as soon as you see it, it's like you're gonna die. I've never personally played Subnautica, but I know there are many people who have played that game and they're terrified because they'll like hear whatever it is before they even see it, and that's terrifying. So in that kind of like situation, you know, you're dead. You're just dead. And then I kind of said it already, but I really did like how this video had the whole size comparison thing. I mean, some of it was interesting in terms of like how the dinosaurs were drawn and stuff, because some of them had really strange colors, and then some of them had feathers and stuff, which I guess it was basing them off of the more like avian reptile kind of theory idea or whatever, that they're more bird-like or whatever, you know, so that kind of makes sense. It's just interesting to see. But in general, I like the whole size comparison thing. I didn't know that, you know, like the water ones would be so big, and to see like compare it to the Velociraptor or whatever, that thing's so tiny compared to the T-Rex and all that, and then some of them had the really deformed looking arms. Like, I know a lot of people joke about the T-Rex, like I said, having really small arms, but some of the really big ones had freaking small arms, so I don't even know what they use them for. But anyways, from a visual aspect, the video was also really cool. But I think in general, the best aspect of this video is the fact that someone went into the research, I think they said 4 years, to try to come up with, because in general, it's an idea. It's just theories. It's not like we were there, once again, to actually hear that stuff. But the fact that they went to the trouble of trying to create that is really cool. Because, you know, having that kind of media for video games or movies in the future kind of makes it more interesting. Because, yeah, I don't know what movies like, freaky deaky Jurassic Park base their noises off of, but even then those noises are like, the noises are scary, but I'm sure they came up with the audio from somewhere. But the fact that this person went to all that work is really cool. So I guess I'll just have to do my own research or see if they've done a video on my favorite dinosaur, because it is my favorite dinosaur. It always has been. I used to have a little squishy toy of it when I was younger, so if they have a video of that dinosaur and then I know the noise, that'll be kind of cool. But that's essentially the reaction video. Once again, thank you for the request, and also thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to watch the original video by itself or check out the channel to see more of the content that they have, because I think a lot of it has to do with dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are epic and they're cool. So if you want to look into more dinosaur stuff, they have dinosaur stuff, it seems. So go check them out. But I believe that is it. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.